Your stock's having a solid year this year. Your customers, some big name customers, again, NVIDIA, Walmart, a number of other big name customers. What are they telling you about their needs when it comes to data centers in 2024 and their outlook for AI?
Well, what we're seeing, I think, and have been seeing for, I think, a number of years is a broad trend on digital transformation as a major strategic priority for businesses, whether service providers or enterprise customers. And that continues. And in fact, we really see AI as sort of fuel on the fire for that demand. And so right now, really solid pipeline for AI as an opportunity and how people are thinking about that. And I think that's fueling, as you said, a significant demand for the underlying data centers to support that.
So one part of your business, you're technically a REIT, is the dividend payout. You actually raised your dividend by 25% a few weeks ago. Give us a sense. What gave you the confidence to raise your dividend? How should investors view that decision?
Well, it's really a reflection of the incredible cash flow profile of the business, and I think the strength that we have as a market leader in a growing space. And so that was really just us assessing what the continued compliance requirements we have as a REIT to dividend out our profits, and I think a really good outcome for our investors.
All right, so on your last earnings call, another topic you were talking about was private AI. Give us a sense. Yeah. What is private AI? What industries right now are trying to utilize private AI?
Well, all of them, really. I mean, it's, I would say, we talk about Equinix as the place that private AI happens. And what we're seeing is people are absolutely embracing the hyperscalers as providers of key technologies for AI, and other partners looking at NVIDIA and others. Deploying some of those technologies at Equinix is really compelling. Private AI, look, data is the underlying fuel for AI, and people care deeply about their data. They want control over that data. And so they're coming to us in many cases saying, look, we want to have control over our data. We want to be able to use all of the clouds available to us, and say they really want their data to be proximate to that cloud infrastructure, and Equinix is really the place to make that happen. So that's what we're seeing, and we had some great wins with companies, a variety of companies, and have been partnering significantly with NVIDIA and others on this sort of private AI opportunity.
All right, so you're saying it's a variety of companies, but give us a better sense. What kind of companies, what kind of sectors? I know you say it's all of them, but certainly there has to be a concentration in some areas. And just to be clear, can you deploy private AI on the hyperscalers, which are public cloud?
Well, no, when people think about private AI, they're thinking more about having deep control over their own data and putting that proximate to the cloud in a private setting. And so it's really much like cloud in terms of, you hear the term hybrid cloud. It's private AI is a very similar thing where they're using public clouds, but combining that with a data environment that's private, and implementing their AI technologies. And in terms of some of the sectors that we've seen, a number of, we've had some great wins with Continental in the automotive space, who actually we've been working with NVIDIA on that, and they're really working on AI and autonomous driving. We've had a great win with Harrison.ai, an Australian company, really working on cancer outcomes. So healthcare, manufacturing, actually retail. I've seen the Nike news, but what I would tell you is that retailers of all sorts are really looking at digital transformation as a major strategic priority. They're really it's fundamental to their survival, and so we've actually seen substantial strength in that sector as well.
All right, so we just mentioned some of the companies, the big companies investing in data centers. Your business, it's kind of spread out, not exactly equally, but it's definitely diversified around the world. U.S. about 40% of your business, EMEA about 40% of your business, then Asia's about 20%. Where do you expect to see the biggest growth next year when it comes to data center demand?
Well, what we're seeing is the front edge of this AI wave is really hitting more in the Americas and in the U.S. specifically, and that which is not too unusual for some of these technology trends. And so we continue to invest aggressively across our footprint, but I do think you're going to see some strength in the U.S. market. We've actually had really some accelerated growth in our U.S. market over the last few years. Coming back to nearly or to double-digit growth in that market, and so I think that's going to be probably a bright spot for us as we look at the years ahead.